Hey there, welcome to the What's New segment for NewViews version 2.32. My name is Kirkland and I am the Director of Marketing at QW Page. I want to introduce two new features that I know you're going to love. The first is print journal transactions. This feature gives you much more control when printing journals. The second feature is pin default views. And this feature allows you to set default views throughout your books. Let's have a look.
Print journal transactions gives you a lot of control over how journal transactions are printed. This command can be run from a table of journals or a table of journal transactions. The first method is generally used to print transactions for a specific date range from one or more journals. Let's take a look at that method first. If we click on the General Journals folder, we can see a brown table of all the general journals in this set of books. If we want to print all the accrual and year-end adjusting entries for 2017, we can highlight those two journals in a block and run the Print Journal Transactions command. Let's take a look at the Print Journal Transactions prompt. If you click the arrow beside Settings, you can choose one of the preset options for printing journal transactions. There's a group of settings for bank, general, or payroll journals, another group for purchase and sales journals, and a final group for printing from the root journal. This last option is generally used for printing all the journal transactions in the books. Since we're printing general journals, we'll choose one of those three options. Small prints a basic set of columns, while medium and large each print a more comprehensive set of columns. We can also customize the columns to be printed by clicking Select Columns at the bottom of the prompt. For demonstration purposes, we'll choose medium. The output can be displayed on the screen, saved to a file, or printed. We'll look at the results on screen by choosing Display. To set the date, we go to the General or All Settings tab. Here we'll make sure January 1st, 2017 is the begin date and December 31st, 2017 is the end date. Let's click Continue to look at our journal transactions in an Excel spreadsheet. As mentioned earlier, you can also run this command from a table of journal transactions. This method is generally used to print a block of transactions in a specific journal. For example, we'll expand the General Journals folder and click on the journal for year-end adjustments. We can mark some or all of the transactions in the pink table in a block and run Print Journal Transactions. This time, we'll choose the large print setting with the most comprehensive set of columns. For more information on the new Print Journal Transactions command and a detailed description of all the settings in the prompt, please consult the NewViews manual. Here, we're looking at the single period report view of the balance sheet in a set of books. The balance sheet is one of several reports in the folder called Financial. When documents are grouped in a folder and you change the view for the one you're looking at, that same view is displayed when you switch to another document. For example, if we go to the income statement, we see the single period report view. Now, let's say we want to see a multiple period analysis for the income statement, so we switch the view. When we go back to the balance sheet, we also see a multiple period analysis. Sometimes this is convenient. Other times, you want to see a preferred or default view for a document. To do this, you can use the New Pin Default View button. If we switch the balance sheet back to the single period report view and click the Pin button at the top of the screen, we have pinned that view. This will ensure that the single period report view is the first one we see whenever we access the balance sheet. Now we'll go to the income statement, switch to the multiple period analysis view, and pin that view as well. Notice how we can switch back and forth between the balance sheet and income statement and see the default view that has been pinned for each. The Pin Default View feature is available throughout a set of books. You can pin or unpin your preferred view for any document at any time.
If you want to take advantage of these great features, be sure to upgrade to NewViews version 2.32 today.